I'm Brandon Kirk. This is Kasey Catal, and you're watching
And you're watching AMBY.
Hey everyone, it's Alicia from AMBY, and I would like to welcome you to my interview with Brandy Kirk and Kasey Catal. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you two doing?
We're good. We're tired,
Wonderful.
but we're great.
I bet. This is your third day in a row here for Smash Wrestling. You actually had
Yeah.
your Canadian debut as well, so
Yeah.
how are you feeling about how that went down?
It's great. I mean, this is, my first time in Canada. Like, this is something that I've always wanted to do, and it's been just an incredible experience. I love Smash Wrestling. It's been great.
Awesome. Have you found that us Canucks have kind of been living up to some of those Canadian stereotypes, like overly friendly, saying
Yeah.
A a lot, sorry?
It's true.
Everyone
It really
is so
is true.
nice. Everyone is so nice
Like, I've always
here.
thought of Canada as being like this magical place, and it lived up to my expectations.
It's very different than Epcot, so we were very excited from Disney World.
Well, I really enjoy watching you two wrestle because I have no idea what your next move is going to be. It's either that you're like crazy on your feet or you're jumping off of something within a second. It's like you jumped off these crazy balcony chairs recently, and I was like,
Yep.
I don't know how to get up there, let alone jump off of it. Like, you're such daredevils. So
Oh, I was nervous because he
Were
was
you?
like, that was my first dive I've ever done. So he was like, okay, do you want to do a balcony dive? And I was like, well, how many people are going to be underneath me? And he's like, oh, like 5. I was like, all right, whatever. And they're like, can you flip? I was like, yeah, I guess I can flip. So we're just kind of went for it, you know, but it's really fun.
Have you always kind of had that inner fearness when it comes to dives or things in the ring?
I mean, I have. She's been terrified. But,
Yeah.
like, I was like, come on, you can do this. So, like, it was all my idea. So.
It was, thanks.
Well, something else that's very exciting outside of the wrestling aspect of your lives is that you two are now engaged and you actually proposed
are.
at Disney.
Yes.
Which is the
Yes.
cutest thing ever.
Wait,
Yeah.
tell the engagement
You tell-
story.
you tell the story.
Okay,
You tell
so
better.
we had been in Disney. It was my birthday, actually. It was my 27th birthday, and my favorite character, like in all of Disney, is Gaston from Beauty and the Beast because he's, you know, crazy. And I was like, all right. He was like, let's go meet Gaston. And I was like, okay, great, let's go meet Gaston. And so we get there, and he had already been like meeting people, and we had to wait like 2 hours. And I was like,
Oh,
I don't want
wow.
to wait 2 hours. It's 90 degrees in Orlando. Like,
Yeah.
no. So I was so angry at him. He's like, no, we're gonna wait. And then we get up to the line, and Gaston's like, so, like, are you having it, like, a good time? What's your favorite part of this so far? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I was so angry. I was like, the rides? Like, I don't know. And then he asked Brandon, he's like, what's your favorite part? And he's like, I'm going to show you to finally, what was it?
Finally, how to get a girl to say yes.
Because Belle always rejected
Yeah.
him. So then he got down on one knee, and that was it.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
And your mood must have just 180'd right
Yeah.
away.
I was like, I was
Right.
so angry at you.
You must have been freaking out inside.
I
Like,
was.
she's
I
so
was
He was
good.
shaking.
shaking, gonna get the
Shaking.
ring on. It was great. It was
Aw.
great.
And is the anticipation now just killing you? Because it's next summer, right?
Next
summer,
summer,
yeah,
yep.
yeah.
Okay.
A little bit stressful. So we're like, I'm like, let's just elope.
We're still like deciding what we want to do. We're thinking maybe destination, like going to an island somewhere.
Cool.
And just like, I'm totally
Just
fine with
something
that.
easy where we can get away and go on vacation and not have
Yeah.
to deal with the stressful wedding.
Well, it's nice because I've interviewed a couple of wrestling couples, and they're telling me before, it's like, it's amazing because you always get to be with the person that you love, but then you're like at your throat sometimes because you're always together. So
Yeah.
is that the case with you too
Yes.
as well?
Like I think
quick
she's
yes.
I think
This
she's had enough of
weekend-
me.
Oh my god, this
weekend
weekend
so
I was
far.
like, all right, I just need like a little. I love you, but I need a little break. Like, it's been great, but yeah.
I noticed that there's a lot of Funkos in your lives. Like you like to talk about them a lot. So is it just something you like looking at, or just something you collect?
How did we get the first
We
one?
got our first ones from our engagement party actually,
Really?
and then I was like, these are so cute, and then he was like, let's collect them, and I'm like, okay, so now we have like
And
35
now it's
of
turned
them.
into
wow.
like a serious obsession to where like
That's
every
like
day I'm just
nasty
going to the store. I'm like,
way.
look what I found. Like we're just keep buying more. Like it's getting bad.
It's
Yeah.
getting bad. Even last night at the show, they had Funkos, and I'm like, Brandon, look, like
my
Ronda
gosh.
Rousey Funko, we need it.
What's one like in your collection that you kind of it's like your prized possession?
We have a Gaston one, so that one
Okay.
is special to
Gaston
me.
one.
Yeah.
And I found a Bob Ross one, which I was super pumped
Bob
about.
Ross.
And
So
this is
stupid.
amazing.
So stupid. And anytime he meets me, I'm like, I'm gonna set your Bob Ross on fire, and he just gets really pissed off.
Well, I have a couple of tweets here from both of you that I'd love to hear a bit more about.
Oh,
And
great!
The first one comes from Kasey, and he said, "I have a mild Slim Jim addiction, and it really seems like you do.
She does.
Like
She
you
really
eat them a
does.
lot. You talk about them a lot.
I probably have like 4 to 6 Slim Jims a day,
Wow.
Yeah.
just to travel with, because I'm like, I feel like it's kind of
Like
better
there's
than
a
chips.
mountain of Slim Jim boxes starting to build in our cabinet at home. Like it's
Really?
just turning into a pyramid. It's really.
I'm like, this is
insane.
so disgusting. Why am I
That's
eating
intense.
this? And then he's like, do you want to know what's really in it? And I was like, no.
No,
don't ruin
please
it for
don't
me.
tell
Don't
me.
ruin it for me.
The next one's from Brandon. He says, slowly but surely proving them all wrong. So did you have a lot of doubters when you first started?
Yeah, because like I have this stigma about me, or a lot of promoters have this stigma about me that I'm just a deathmatch guy, and I've actually got into situations with promoters where they won't book me because I'm a deathmatch guy and because the stuff that I wear in the ring or whatever. And like you know, now I'm on a tour going in Canada for 3 days. Like, this is some of the coolest stuff I've ever done in wrestling.
And not
like,
deathmatch wrestling.
And
yeah.
not
Yeah.
doing death matches. And like, I feel like I'm slowly starting to show those promoters who wouldn't book me, like, hey, look what I'm doing now. You know, it's just something like for me that I'm just trying to prove all them wrong.
Okay.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah. And did you have the same thing?
Not really. With him, like it's been a bit different because like I try to stick up for him as much as I can too. You know what I mean? Because he is an incredible wrestler. And at CZW, I've been able to tag with him, and I'm learning a lot from him as a
That's
wrestler.
awesome.
Yeah, and you know everyone, you know the wrestling business is shaky. You know everyone's gonna doubt you. It's really competitive. Even being a woman, it's just really hard. So. Yeah, we kind of both have our struggles in it, but we're getting through it together, so it's been really fun.
It's awesome that you can actually just lean on one another, whether it's after a match or on a drive home. You're like, hey, I need to talk about this.
Yeah. And we kind of bring each other back to earth, you know, back to reality.
Well, this is probably my favorite tweet that I saw, and it was, I'm going to start feeding the cats McDoubles and see how fat they get. Hashtag
Did
Mr.
you tweet that?
Mr. Mom Chronicles.
Oh, you didn't see that one?
I didn't see that tweet.
Did you start this experiment?
No, I didn't. I should have, though, because Kasey actually went on. You had like a couple days of wrestling where I didn't, so I was hanging at home all weekend by myself with the cats. And I was like, this is going to be a wonderful experience because she's already like shaking up about leaving me at home with them.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm going to torture these cats. Not really,
Oh
but
my
like, I'm just going to
gosh.
like.
And you didn't even see the tweet.
I don't see the tweet.
I'm like she already thinks that I'm irresponsible, and like everything was just going wrong at like the first, like as soon as she left, like I spilled the whole entire glass of wine on the floor.
And he tweeted about it, and I didn't even know. And he
I
just
was
like tweeted,
nah,
and I'm like,
just gonna these are gonna be my Mr. Mom Chronicles of how like I'm about to burn down.
I'm
my
like, oh,
apartment
Mr. Mom,
while
then you
she's
better be
gone.
cleaning the whole apartment. So when I come back, it's spotless,
Meanwhile,
Mr.
like,
Mom.
I'm just sitting there, the cats are jumping off the walls, like going crazy. Like, this is gonna go so bad. Like,
Yeah. Everything was okay.
I was about to ask, was everything fine
I
in
came
the
back,
end?
everything was normal.
Lovely.
He cleaned, it was great.
Well, on the site, we not only interview wrestlers, but also musicians. So if you could chill out with a band for a day, which one would it be?
Oh, that's a good question. I want to say something, and you're probably gonna get really mad. I'm probably gonna get a lot of issues. Not really bad. It's
I already know what it
it's
is,
a
so go
singer
ahead.
from Canada, Justin Bieber.
Okay.
I'm a giant Bieber
Oh, the
fan.
face?
And we came into Ontario, and I was like, oh my God, Bieber was born here. And I'm like trying to find out all the places, and he was just like, are you kidding me? But you did buy me a Bieber Funko, so
Huh.
Yeah.
I kind of regret that.
yeah. That's
Isn't
why
that
I
your
did.
favorite one now, or is it the guest on one?
It's still the guest on one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Man, for me, probably Real Big Fish. 'Cause,
Okay.
like, I've seen them a bunch of times live. So shut up.
I interviewed them at this venue.
What's that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Really?
cool. That's cool.
Yeah, they're my favorite band of all time.
Cool.
So it would definitely be them.
And do you have time to catch concerts with how busy you are on the road?
Not so much anymore.
Okay.
No.
We try to as much as we can. Like,
Yeah.
I think she only has like, what do you have, 1 weekend off in the entire month of August.
Oh,
So like,
wow.
it's tough,
Yeah.
but we try to as much as we can.
Okay.
No. No, we haven't been to a concert.
No, we
Together
haven't.
you haven't?
No, we haven't. No.
Oh, okay. Would it be hard to compromise on a band? Because it seems like you're kind
Yes.
of
Yes.
Definitely.
kind of different there.
Definitely.
Yeah. Very different
Your
musical
taste in music is definitely not my taste in
He
music.
would probably say garbage if we were.
yeah, garbage.
Oh, wow. Okay. What were the first concerts you went to then?
My first concert ever was Backstreet Boys.
Ah.
I do like
Yeah.
Backstreet Boys though. Like
Ah.
that's the one thing that we agree on is boy
90s
bands.
music.
The
Yeah.
one
Is boy
thing.
bands.
Yep, and saying Backstreet Boys.
What was the first probably Journey. It's like,
Oh, that's
like
cool.
one of the-
First concert
yeah,
was
my first
Journey?
concert was Journey. That
That's
was like one
neat.
of the coolest concerts.
That's
I've ever been
really
to.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that beats mine.
Awesome. That beats
That
mine.
beats mine.
Well,
Good
just
job. Good job.
to wrap things up, I do want to leave it with the fans who will be viewing. Is there anything you want to say to all of them?
Just thanks. Thanks for everybody who supported us along the way. I know we do some crazy stuff sometimes.
Yeah,
And
it's-
thank
yeah.
you, and just keep enjoying wrestling and have fun, and don't take it too seriously.
Yeah. Support indie wrestling. Support CZW. Support Smash Wrestling.
Absolutely.
Support Alicia.
Yes.
Thank you. Support
Do
us
it.
too.
She messaged
Thank
us
you.
to be on the show. We didn't know why because we're not really
We're like,
anybody's, but-
wait, us?
But Alicia, thank you so much for
Thank you
having
so
me.
much for
thank
joining
you.
me.
You've
It
been
was
great.
an absolute pleasure.
Thanks.
And remember, to everyone viewing, you visit us at aliciatoot.com for all exclusive interviews and features. See ya.